This is the filthy wall, where fake outrage gets exposed, the truth gets kicked in the teeth, and no one is safe from the grime. If you want filtered news and feelings-first commentary, turn back now. But if you're ready to get dirty, let's go. President Trump's big beautiful tax and spending bill just roared through the House of Representatives, and the celebration's already sending lefties into DEFCON 1. They say it's too big, too aggressive, too Trump. And that's exactly why it's beautiful. He's calling it a rocket ship for the economy. And for once, Washington might have done something that doesn't suck. Let's break it down. Back to 2017. Trump's first-term tax cuts were scheduled to expire in 2025. Well, this bill just gave them new life. Permanent life. Republicans knew those cuts were the only thing holding the economy up back then, so they made sure expiration was off the table. Child tax credit? Jumping from $2,000 to $2,200 and indexed to inflation. Because if you're raising kids in this economy, every dollar counts. Estate tax? Exemption raised to $15 million per person. Because your family should benefit from your hard work, not Uncle Sam. Electric vehicle and clean energy credits? Say goodbye. If you buy one after September 30th, no more free ride. Wind and solar subsidies? Phased out faster than a bad Tinder date. The Democrats are crying into their tofu, but it's called leveling the damn field. State and local tax deductions, now that got interesting. It's been capped at $10K since 2017. But thanks to a red wave from states like NY and CA, they got it bumped to $40,000. The cap starts to shrink once you're making $500,000, so yeah, still favors the working class. Now for the Trump 2024 specials, direct hits from the campaign trail, no tax on tips. You heard that right. Tipped workers can deduct up to $25,000. You'll still pay payroll taxes, but not income tax on that extra grind. That's a win for waiters, bartenders, salon workers, the people who bust their ass daily. Overtime tax deduction, you'll still pay on your regular wage, but the time and a half bonus, deductible. Another hell yes for working class Americans. Car loan interest deduction, but only if the car is American made. Built here, saved here. Senior deduction, not quite no tax on Social Security, but close. Seniors 65 plus get a $6,000 deduction just for breathing. That's real relief. Effective 2025 through 2028. And yeah, the left is praying for a comeback in 26 or 28 to rip it all out. Because that's what they do. Destroy whatever works. Now let's talk about why the left's losing their damn minds. Hakeem Jeffries, aka Mr. Monologue, gave another filibuster. For the record books. Didn't attack the bill line by line. Just talked and talked. Because drama is all the Democrats have left. They're not reading the bill, they're rehearsing for Netflix. And why do they hate this bill so much? Because it actually helps Americans. Because it boosts ICE, Homeland Security, Border Patrol, and defense. Because it throws hundreds of billions at shipbuilding, missile defense, and protecting this nation. You know, things that matter. But of course, here comes the doomsday choir. This bill will kill Americans. Really, you all sit in $200 leather chairs on Capitol Hill, claim this country is on fire, and still cash your taxpayer paychecks. If America is so dangerous, how the hell are you all still in office? The biggest fight? Medicaid. The bill says if you're able-bodied, you should work to get free health care. Shocking, right? Accountability. It's a foreign language to the left. They're crying about 11 million people losing coverage by 2034, but guess what? We're not talking about grandma in a wheelchair. We're talking about people who can work but choose not to. Get a job or get off the program. That's the deal. To soften the blow, Trump added a $50 billion rural health care fund. Because unlike Democrats, he actually thinks about rural America, not just San Francisco and DC. And yeah, the deficit's going up. That's real. But Republicans say if you're comparing this to do nothing, sure, it's $3.4 trillion more. But if you assume the tax cuts were always going to be extended, it actually saves $400 billion. Plus, they say Trump's economy, with deregulation, oil production, and real business incentives, will grow fast enough to offset most of the cost. We'll see. But one thing's for sure, Biden sure as hell wasn't making any of this work. So let's review. Tax cuts extended. Workers get real breaks, seniors get help, borders get protected, lazy freeloaders get cut off. And Democrats get nothing but airtime and anxiety. They hate it because it works. They fear it because it shines a spotlight on their failure. They oppose it because it's Trump. This was the filthy wall. Where truth is loud, politics are filthy, and we don't ever clean it up. See you next time, patriots. Stay filthy.